So, good afternoon. Now, you normally see me in a running top, and I have got a running vest underneath this, but I am not wearing a running vest today. I am wearing a dart shirt because this is going to be a new series. Essentially, darts is one of my big hobbies. For those of you that have been watching these videos, as you know, I used to play quite a lot of darts, but now I'm going to set myself a challenge to try and realise a childhood dream. So darts isn't a sport where you have to be particularly young, you can be quite old. And when I was growing up, I wanted to be a professional darts player. Now, I've had some amazing experiences, which I'm going to very quickly touch on for those of you that don't know me, the first time you've come across this, that I want to share. And that's why, I'm doing this series. Essentially, can I become a professional in about a year's time? Because they have things called a Q school, qualifying school. Can I get myself to a level where I think I'd be good enough to go to Q school, win a tour card, and officially become a professional darts player, which is my dream. So that's my goal. That's what this sort of series is going to be about, essentially. And we're going to do some little things to work towards that and see, because I've been terrible. I've still got my dartboard up, which is the important thing, but I've been terrible at darts for a long time. So can I get it back? But before I do that, I want to kind of very quickly share my story for those of you who don't know me, and basically want to find out why I'm trying to give this a go. Let's be honest, we've all had dreams. Some people dream of being professional footballers, some people dream of being just rich and famous in general, accountants, doctors, nurses, whatever you want to be. Mine was to be a darts player, and that was very unique at the time. Not many people really wanted to be a darts player, but it was an amazing experience, and I've had some great experiences. Now, the shirt I'm wearing is officially my own darts shirt, and somewhere, as you can see, I've got my signature, and I've got it on the back as well. So it's all engraved, my Harry Annals dart shirt, because I was sponsored by a company called Unicorn. I was part of an academy that essentially was sponsored by Unicorn, and Unicorn sponsored the best players in the world: Phil Tate, Rain Van Barnell, Gary Anderson. The pictures you would have just seen, they are some of the best players in the world, world champions, and they were all sponsored by Unicorn, and I joined that team under a sort of youth group called Generation 180. That meant that my darts were made for me. So these were my darts. I haven't played with these for now because basically I used too many of them at the time, gave a couple away to friends. So these are very precious. So essentially the darts I play with now are just ones that I've bought over the years. And we're going to work out if they're the right ones, because I want to stick with a set of darts. Very, very quickly touch on successes and amazing experiences I've had. So one of the experiences, or one of my favourite tournament wins, essentially, was this one. This was a tournament in Andover, and it was called the Andover Youth Open. I won this one, and actually I complained at the time because I was in a very, I think it was under 15s, and I wanted to play with the under 18s because I felt I was good enough and I knew the people I was playing against. Anyway, I got put in the younger one and I ended up winning it, so I cannot complain about that. So that's a meaningful trophy to me because, as I said, it's nice to win a youth tournament. Youth tournaments were big in the time, and to beat some quite good players there on the day, I was very happy. So I used to play for Sussex Youth. This was a man the match at Sussex Youth. I actually lost this day to the current world number one, Luke Humphreys, who I have beaten as well. So I'll show a screenshot of that in a minute. I've beaten him and Stephen Bunting in the England Open many years ago, and they've gone and kicked on to new heights. I haven't. And let's be honest, a load of people would have been at the time, because the way Luke Humphreys has kicked on, unbelievable, fair play to him. But I played him that day and I had the highest average on the whole day, so I got man of the match. It was a 74 average, which isn't very good. You need to average a lot more than that. If I want to get a tour card, I'm going to have to average at least sort of 90 points per throw, I reckon. But I basically used to play for Sussex. I used to play at a county called Petersfield where I got my sponsorship. And then behind me there is a signed dartboard from the Premier League in Brighton, where Phil Taylor, when he used to win, he used to sign the dartboard. John Park, who was his opponent, three-time world champion, also sponsored by Unicorn at the time, and Russ Bray, who was the very, very famous call. If you've watched darts, you'll know his 180 call, because it's very, very famous. It's very iconic. So that's a little bit of a background into my darting experiences. I've had some amazing experiences. I've had darts made for me. I've met the best players in the world. I've played for Sussex at youth level. I've won youth tournaments, and I've done pretty well in some local tournaments as well, adult ones as well. But why did I give it up? So I'm going to answer that next. So darts is a mental game, and I don't mean that in terms of being crazy. It is all in the mind. People probably don't realise how much of a mental game it is. Darts doesn't get a lot of credit because it's, seen as a pub game. It's a tough game mentally. Physically, yes, it's not tough. Mentally, though, it plays on your mind. And I went through a very difficult period. There's something in darts called dartitis where you struggle to release the dart. Some players almost get stuck to their hand. I didn't have that, but it was essentially like that. I was scared of missing the board. And I was going from hitting treble 20s to hitting 12s, 18s. And my averages went from sort of, on average, 70 to around 48, 49. So I really dropped my game. So really, that's why I gave it up. I ended up taking up running, fitness, and I love my exercise and stuff. A complete contrast to life in darts and obviously all the stuff I do on this channel normally. So it's going to be very casual. I'm going to try and work, build up this sort of darts training as we go along to get it right this time, because I need to work on this. The game is there. I still think it is. Sometimes when I play for fun, I can throw well, but the mind isn't. So that is the challenge. Can I get that mindset back? Can I really strengthen my mind so I'm really prepared to become a professional darts player? So that is the challenge. I gave it up around my exam time because I felt the stress of that as well. And just wasn't playing well. And that's what's happened to a lot of youth players who just fall off. It's just one of those things. But it's never too late. Certainly young enough. You can see that people have won world titles in their 50s. That means I'd have at least 20 years. We're going to do it sooner than that. We're going to try and become a professional in 18 months, and hopefully it won't be long after that. I'll be world champion. Okay, so in a minute, I'm going to have a little practice. I barely throw now. I think I've probably done 20 minutes practice every week, probably for the last couple of years. So really, really not playing well at all. Last time I played a sort of competitive match in a pub even was about 4 or 5 years ago, just before COVID. So yeah, I've really, really not played for a long time. So that's why I need to start somewhere and have a little throw in a minute, see how we go. But these were the darts I've been recently throwing with. These, they look a little bit like mine. These were pentathlon darts I just bought on eBay. I just used to just buy rubbish on eBay and stuff. And then Unicorn very kindly gave me some darts, and I've just got some general fights on. So they're a little bit like my ones. They're all tapered at the front. But essentially, I grip the dart here, so my finger just sits within that little groove there. Sorry it's not focused, but yeah, essentially my finger will sit in there. And yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to have a little go. We're going to play a couple of games today, see how I get on. As I said, you've got to start somewhere, so we're starting somewhere today. This video could be iconic in a couple of years because I might suddenly be a champion, a professional, and we'll look back on this first video as the memorable one. Anyway, we're going to play a game called Round the Clock. Essentially, I've got to hit 1 to 20 in order. Let's see how quickly I can do it. So behind me is my dart setup. My room is still basically a darts room, and I have to say I love it. As I said, to be honest with you now, I just plug my music in, and when I do throw, that's all I do. I get bored very quickly, but we're going to train properly now. No more messing about, proper practice sessions. But yeah, my brother very kindly got me those PDC signs, which are the company or the organisation where the main darts players play. He also got me that sort of Harry Annals darts card, which... very cheekily, I should say, he put PDC titles none, which is true, but basically saying I've won nothing. But yeah, this gives you all the information about my walk-on song, when I was born, my nickname, The Force. So, yes, it's very good. I do like it. And of course, he did put one time Andover Youth Champion, 2011. Wow, that's a long time ago. Anyway, let's see how I get on at Round the Clock. Right, so you are underneath the dartboard at the minute. I've thrown no practice darts, so I'm going to throw, literally, I'm just going to go straight into the game today, round the clock, not going to think about it too much. Let's see how many darts it takes. Well, that's not a good start. Oh. None. Missed by a mile. Right, I'll show you the dartboard this time. Right then. I probably at some point will look at my technique a little bit more because I think I have some faults in my throw. But as I said, today is just about getting myself back throwing, getting the arm moving. I expect it will probably 8 tomorrow. Anyway, let's try it 1 this time. There we go. Oh. Oh. I've hit the 1. That's a start. Oh. 2. Oh, 3. We're on site. So I've thrown 6 darts. I've hit 3 out of 6. Just need the 20 now. Oh dear. Oh. No. 5, 1 and 1. Come on. There we go. Right. Not good. Not good at all. That took me 43 darts. So, yeah, I think I need to do some work. That's terrible, Harry. That is really bad. Honest with you now, this was the point. I used to just blame everything other than myself, and I used to change darts all the time. Where I had so many, and Unicorn was so helpful. They'd give me darts flights and stems. I would just be tinkering. And if anyone knows, there's a player called Peter Wright who tinkers with his darts all the time. Every tournament he's got a new set. That was me. I'm going to stick with these for now, even though so far, terrible, absolutely terrible. I think I've got to give these a week, just see how it feels, because they feel comfortable in the hand. I think it's just me. So we're going to try and be a little bit stronger up here, because those sort of changes threw me off guard at times. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to have another go at another challenge now. I'm going to try and hit some bullseyes. So I want to try and hit 3 bullseyes just to get my group in together. So let's see how many darts it takes to hit 3 bullseyes. Oh, is that in? Oh, got it. Finally got 3. It's taken me ages. It's taken me 10 minutes, but the grouping isn't too bad. I have to say, I thought I was going to play a lot worse than this. So maybe, as I said, maybe I'm actually better than I still give myself credit for, because I haven't played hardly at all. Anyway, let's do a game of 501 against the computer. I found there's an online bot that I can play against. We'll see if I can beat him in a best of 3. You can see I am filming myself looking at my other phone. So I am going to play a game against, let's go kind of what my rough average used to be. Let's go level 12. And we'll do a game of 501 first to 2. So I just need to change that, I think. Oh, I can't change it. Let's just see. I'll work it out in a minute.
Is played over the best of 9 legs. This is the first match between the players.
Here we go. No pressure. Today I'll get the camera set up properly so you can see it a bit better. But for now, it's game on. First to 5. 201. Oh. Oh. 21.
21.
That's a shocking start. He's got 180 left. I'm sure I'll bust my score now. 443, they're nervous. Oh. Oh, that's not too bad. I've hit 100. I'll take that. 4-1 down. This isn't going well. Oh. Oh. Getting worse.
39.
This is definitely going to be 5-1.
You require 160, 81.
Oh. Oh. It's almost like I've never played before.
27. Computer, you require 80. 40. Harry, you require 135.
It's not happening. I might as well shake their hand now. No. Oh. Bounce out as well.
38. Computer, you require 40.
Put the darts away.
Shot and the match.
I've lost. Right, so as we can see, I have got a lot of work to do. 49.1 average. Shocking. 1 140. 1 ton.
260s. That is it. Highest out of 16. Wow. Okay. I'm worse than I thought.
Yeah, that is it for today. As I said, it was just a general sort of practice just to see where my game's at. And yeah, it's not very good. There's some good darts every so often, but overall, I'm absolutely shocking. I feel like I can't hit a thing, and I have to say, I'm almost scared of missing the board now, just because, not because of fear, just because I'm not good enough. But we're going to stick with those darts. We're going to work at it, do some more practice games over the week. Hopefully, at some point, we'll see some progress. But you've got to start somewhere. Today, we started somewhere. I'll beat that computer at some point, I promise you. Anyway, it's a lovely day outside. Don't want to be stuck inside playing darts for too long. But yeah, the journey starts here. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.